One of the things I've watched happen over the last 17 years, 12 of which, 11 of which I've been a mentor coach for other coaches coming through their training, is that it's amazing how many relationships come apart for folks in coach training, whether they are dating or married. Because one of the things that happens is the person doing their coach training or going through training to become a therapist is they realize how much they are driven by growth. They're growers. And for many of those folks, they also realize how much of a status quoer their partner is. And my wife and I talk about this a lot. We maintain that people don't really grow apart. One outgrows the other. And when that gap becomes too great, the relationship cannot sustain that gap. When Elaine first started coach training, yes, she was about a year ahead of me in so many ways. When Elaine started her coach training, there were two things I knew as I watched the human being that she was becoming and watching her opening and expanding. One was my FOMO started really flaring. I want some of that. That looks awesome. But then I also realized that she was outgrowing me and she was outgrowing me quickly. And Elaine and I are both very much growers. But that gap was going to get really big. And I felt the threat. So when I dove into coaching a little earlier than I had planned, it was like, wow. And the rest of the story, everybody knows 17 years of diving in and constant learning and training. And wow, it's amazing being in a relationship when both people are growers. And I imagine they're out there. There are relationships where it's phenomenal, where both of you are status quoers. I think it's super important to pay attention to where you are and where your spouse is engaged or where your partner is engaged, what the relationship can withstand. Be aware. If you if those of you who are watching my videos, as you go through your growth and this next arc, pay attention. Have grace for your partner and what their journey is and talk about it. Talk about it because outgrowing a partner can be incredibly hard, and doing it without talking about it can make it worse.